Hello, I'm Gennady Slobodov. I am the Residency Program Director here at the University of Oklahoma, and I'm going to do a brief overview of our program. This talk is really meant for applicants into our program and anybody else that is maybe interested in sort of what we do and what our structure is. So as I said, I'm the Residency Program Director. The other leaders in the program include Mike Cookson. He is the chairman of the Department of Urology and one of our urologic oncologists. Other leaders include Brian Cross. He's Associate Program Director. Catherine Hickey is our administrative assistant for the department and is also a coordinator for the program here at OU. Jonathan Heinlein is in charge of medical students and their rotations. And then we got various chiefs in different hospitals, which I'm not going to go into right now. One of the main advantages of training here at OU is that we really have great coverage as far as different subspecialties of urology. Now that ranges from infertility to neurogenic bladder and reconstruction to advanced robotics in pediatric urology. We feel like all aspects of urologic training are well represented here at OU. We have multiple training sites, and these sites include our OU Health Hospitals, VA Hospital, and Children's Hospital. And we also do a community rotation at the Edmond Hospital, which is also OU Health Hospital, which is only just 20 minutes north from the main campus. The other three main hospitals are all here on campus, connected with overpasses and tunnels, which creates a huge advantage for us because which means all the residents are here on campus. We're able to have conferences together. You're never sort of isolated in another institution doing your own thing. You're always part of a bigger group. We always meet for grand rounds, M&M conferences, etc. So really being on campus, it also allows us to cross cover for each other, meaning if somebody's out, we have extra residents at a different site. It's very easy for them to go over to another hospital to cover activities if there's a shortage of residents. Also, if it's more of an interest thing where you're interested in a certain case that may be going on at a different hospital, it's much easier to go over there and participate. Just briefly about our residency, we have a 5-year residency, as most of them are. The first year you spend on urology for 6 months and 6 months of general surgery. During general surgery rotation, you do things like minimally invasive surgery, you do colorectal surgery, you do some SICU experience, and you really kind of get very comfortable with managing critical patients and really start honing in your general surgery skills. And then on urology, you spend 3 months at our main hospital, OU Health, and then you spend 3 months at the VA hospital. So it's been a great improvement to our program as well, is that we introduced a night float rotation, which means that during your time on urology as an intern or really as a PGY2 or PGY3, you're not taking additional call during the week because that's a separate rotation. And so we have a resident that takes night call. That rotation lasts 2 months for PGY2 residents, and it lasts 1 month for PGY3 residents. So the feedback on that rotation has been excellent, and all the residents have really raved about how it allows them to be more focused on other rotations because they don't have to be worried about being on call. It allows hopefully for more reading outside of the hospital and better learning. Our program is fully accredited. We have no citations. We are accredited for 4 residents for 5 years. The residents have been very successful in all of their endeavors. We don't have a specific sort of goal in mind. When you guys enter the residency, you'll be able to do fellowships if that's what your goal is. You'll be able to join private practice in rural communities or big cities. if that's one of your main goals. We are invested in just trying to do everything possible to help you towards your goal, and don't really have an agenda in mind before you join us as to which one it's going to be. We've had over the years about a 50-50 split between doing fellowships and going into private practice. Most recently, I would say we probably had more people going into private practices. Also, residents do very well on their in-service exams. We're always well above the national average. We have not had a resident fail a written urology board in over 8 years, which speaks volumes about sort of what the didactic training is like and our conferences, that it prepares you well to be successful and not needing to worry about passing exams and stuff like that. We have great supportive staff here in the department that are very much invested in training outstanding residents. That's the really primary reason why they're here. We have great relationships between residents and faculty. We do things outside of the hospital, activities, parties, you name it. And the really overall camaraderie between the residents and the faculty has been outstanding. Oklahoma City is a great place to live. There is a very vibrant sort of restaurant theme. There's plenty of museums and sports activities and outdoor activities that you can do. There's a separate talk that Brian Cross does that kind of goes over some of those things. But overall, it's a great place to live. We have great environment for resident training. Resident salaries are also very competitive as far as your quality of life that you're able to achieve. We have most of the residents that are able to purchase houses while they're here, if that's what they choose to do. So overall, I feel like it's a great place to be, a great place to train. We have a lot of energy in training residents, and we hope that you give a closer look to our program. Thank you very much.